Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be looking at 3 more apple varieties. There's not a lot we can do outside right now, being as though it's December right now. So we're going to look at Autumn Gold, Envy, and Fuji apples. The first apple that we're going to look at today is called Autumn Gold, and it was bred in the United States. It's a type of golden delicious that has improved cold hardiness and disease resistance. It was developed here in the U.S. and grown in regions where the climate's right, which is the Midwest and certain areas of the Pacific Northwest. It's a medium to large apple with smooth golden yellow skin, sometimes with a faint blush. Now, these aren't exactly a faint blush to me, but I will say it is always a possibility that they were mislabeled at the store. So they were labeled as Autumn Gold, so I'm going to have to trust that they are Autumn Gold. The flesh is crisp, white, and very fine grain. The taste is sweet with mild tartness, similar to most golden delicious apples, but with a more balanced flavor profile. The Brix level on this is 14 to 16, and if you don't remember, the Brix level is the level of sugars in the fruit, and that can vary depending on the growing conditions where it's being grown. It's usually harvested here in the United States mid to late September, and it keeps well for about 2 to 3 months under optimal conditions. And you can buy this tree in the United States. What you want to do is check with nurseries that specialize in cold temperature cultivars. So let's try it out and see what we think. You can see the flesh here. So let's give it a try. Yeah, it's nice sweet apple, not too sweet. Mild tartness. It's very mild tartness. I would eat this apple, but there are many other varieties that I probably would choose first. But if somebody brought home some Autumn Gold apples, I would eat them. Not bad. Let's move on to Envy. Our next apple is Envy, and this is the largest of the 3 samples. And this one is grown both in the United States and outside the United States. And it was developed in New Zealand by crossing Braeburn with Royal Gala apples. It's now grown in New Zealand, certain areas of the United States, primarily Washington State, and a few other apple growing regions around the world. The description of the fruit is it's large, round apple with vibrant red skin with hints of yellow undertones. The flesh is creamy white, slow to oxidize. So that means if it's sitting out for a long period of time, cut, or in a salad or something, it's not going to turn brown. It's exceptionally sweet with a crisp texture and what they call mild floral notes. You know, floral means flower. So what flowers? But anyway, the Brix level on this guy is pretty high, 17 to 19, which means it's a pretty sweet apple. And it makes it one of the sweeter apple varieties. Now, I didn't do a Brix measurement on this particular one or any of these this time. I'm just going based on the range that these apples can usually produce. The time that it's available is October through April. Obviously, over that long period of time, they're put in controlled atmosphere storage. In the refrigerator, you can store it for 4 to 6 months. Now, I would not keep an apple that long in the refrigerator because it's going to dry out. But anyway, but the bad news is you can't buy this apple tree to grow at home. This is one of those trademark club varieties, and they're not available to homeowners. They're produced under strict licensing agreements. So that's the way it goes. Let's give this one a try and see what we think about it. It is crispy as I cut through it. Here's what the flesh looks like. And it should stay this way for quite some time. Every time I do one of these, my wife always asks, "Can I have an apple yet?" And I tell her, no, I have to do the taping first. So let's give this one a try. It is quite sweet, but I've tasted sweeter in our sampling. Good balance of acidic and sweetness. It is crisp. Let me try it again for those floral notes. Yeah, I do taste floral notes. I can't identify the flower, but it does have a little background flavor, like you're eating, I don't want to say rose, but it has that type of flavor in the background. It's a nice apple. It is. If you take the time to taste it, you will taste the floral notes. And this is one of the few that has lived up to the descriptions when I've been doing some of these. I tasted the floral notes when I started thinking about it. So Envy is one you might want to try. And I think it was a pretty good apple. My last cultivar to talk about is Fuji, which is a well-known Japanese variety. And this was created in Japan by crossing Rawls Janet with Red Delicious apples. And they're now grown widely in the United States, like California and Washington, and China as well as Japan. It's considered a large apple. These I would classify as medium. And has a very dense texture, firm with a dense texture. The skin is typically red or reddish pink, as you can see here, with yellow streaks along the apple. This one is considered very sweet, with crisp, flesh, and low acidity, known for its juicy texture and excellent eating quality. The Brix level on this one is between 16 and 18, which would be high sugar. And of course that again depends on the growing conditions in any particular year or location where you're growing them. These are harvested in late October, but available almost year-round due to its excellent storage and the fact that it's grown around the world. Fuji apples are exceptional keepers, lasting 6 to 9 months in cold storage. This is probably controlled atmosphere. Can you buy the trees? Good news, yes you can buy this tree. They're widely available for home growers and are a popular choice for orchards due to their high productivity and excellent fruit quality. So let's see just how excellent it is. I've tasted a lot of apple varieties over my career. Let's try this one. This one is the sweetest of the bunch. Even though Envy is supposed to have a Brix level that exceeds this one by 1 point at its max. Of course, it will vary from apple to apple, depending on where they're grown. Not necessarily, well, they can vary on the tree too, because warm days and cool nights and sunshine help to build up sugar content. So if an apple's toward the middle of the tree, it may not be as sweet as one out in the full sunlight. But this apple is really good. It's crisp, not mealy, and I like it a lot. Very low acid. Basically, if you like a sweet apple, you're going to be happy with Fuji. Nice and firm, not mushy at all. Well, that rounds it up on the apple tasting. And I was thinking, if there's an orchard in southwest Michigan, it was called Tremendous Fruit Farms in Eau Claire, Michigan. I don't know if they're still in business or not. I hope they are. I'm going to check into it. But when we used to have a home fruit school, we would have these big apple tasting days, and we had a lot of antique varieties. So if they're still around, next year I'm going to start bringing in and doing some of these antique apples. And some of them dated back to like the 16 and 1700s. So stay tuned. I hope to have some more for you. And this is Gary. Bye.